Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Sanitary 103 here, always promoting clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. Anyways, in one of my previous videos, I answered the question of when is the best time to weigh yourself. If you don't know that answer and haven't checked out that video, make sure you go to my channel and check that out. But anyway, in this video, I wanted to discuss the role of the weight scale and what purpose it serves for diet, health, and fitness, and also talk about one positive aspect and one negative aspect of the weight scale. So let's get started. Now, the obvious positive of having a weight scale is that if you're trying to lose 5 pounds without a weight scale, how the heck are you going to know if you lost the weight, right? I don't know how people did it back in the day when the scale wasn't invented, but you wouldn't even know where you're at. So that's an obvious positive. But I wanted to go a little bit more in depth about the negative aspect / limitations of a scale. And the biggest limitation of a scale is that it doesn't take into account your BMI, and that stands for your body mass index, your muscle mass, pretty much. So some people that are, working out hard and lifting weights and doing some cardio might actually be gaining some muscle, which is a great thing. Unfortunately, the scale doesn't differentiate between gaining weight and muscle mass, so it can be quite discouraging for someone to step on the scale after working out to actually gain a few pounds, which is common. So that's one of the limitations of having a weight scale. I just wanted to go over a quick personal experience of mine. Back in 2004 to 2006, while I was in school going for my second degree, I didn't go to the gym and work out for the last 6 months because I was so busy. And every once in a while I had a scale at home and I weighed myself, so I had a good ballpark of how much I weighed. After graduating, I began lifting weights, working out again, eating right, and I weighed myself, and I actually weighed more when I was healthy as opposed to when I was eating out, not working out while in school. So this is just an indication that I actually put on some muscle while lowering my body fat, because I knew for a fact that my body fat had lowered after I graduated and began working out as opposed to when I was in school, because I know my body to the T. Now, I'm a pretty thin guy, so I'm not talking about, I've always had pretty low body fat, but I did notice that during school that my body fat was a little bit higher, but the scale didn't indicate that. The scale was saying, hey man, you weigh more right now, but I felt better and I looked better. So this is just another example of mine that the scale isn't always a true indicator of success. So if a scale is not a true indicator of success, what else can you use? Well, one thing I wanted to point out is that you don't want to get rid of the scale. I'm not saying that because it does serve its purpose. But there's other things that you can do to gauge your success. And one is being your body fat. If you haven't had your body fat tested, you can go ahead and do that. You can go to the doctor, they can test your body fat, and they'll give you an exact weight of how much you weigh at that body fat percentage. And the other thing that you can use to gauge your success is the mirror. Assuming you don't have body dysmorphia, the mirror is a great indication of how well you're progressing. Take a picture, on day 1 of your diet, and then take one every 3 months. Don't take it every day because you're not going to notice small differences. The mirror is a great gauge to see how well you've progressed. Another aspect that you can use to gauge your success is how well your clothes fit. If you're a size 6 and you're trying to get down to a 4, if it's fitting well and you've dropped a few pants sizes but you've gained weight, you may have actually gained some muscle. So that's actually another good thing. If you are gaining some muscle and you're worried about that, you can always up the cardio a little bit and cut down on the weight training, but muscle is actually a good thing because it burns more calories at rest. Okay, so in a nutshell, don't only use the scale, okay? The scale is not God. The scale is not all for one. There's other ways to gauge your success and your progress. Have your body fat tested, like I said. See how your clothes fit, and look in the mirror, okay? So don't just use the scale. Okay, questions and comments are always welcome. Take care. Work out hard. See you next time.